So I'm starting off with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette, and I'm using a Luxie 209 shader brush, and I'm packing on the color Dusty Rose, and I am just packing that on very generously, getting the right color that I want as well as the correct shape that I want. Next, I am taking the Luxie 250 large eyeshadow blending brush, and I'm just blending that out. And I just continue those two steps until I get the blend that I'm looking for. If you're wondering what I'm wearing on my brows, everything will be listed in the description box below. And I will have a brow tutorial up on my channel soon. I'm just not sure when I'll have that, but stay tuned. So I'm taking a clean BH Cosmetics blending brush and a clean Moda blending brush, and I'm just going back and forth over the edge of that blend and just blending out even more. So now I'm going to cut the crease, and I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Fair Neutral to cut the crease. And I use a Wet n Wild flat concealer brush to cut the crease. And what I do is I start off in small sections and I just take my time, and I only go to about halfway to the lid. And once I'm there, I just make like a little tail at the top, and that helps any shimmers that I may use. Once I have the desired shape that I'm looking for, I just start to perfect it by taking my finger and tapping out the excess concealer and prepping for whatever shimmer I'm going to be using. Now I'm going back in with that Anastasia Soft Glam palette, and I'm getting the color Rose Pink, and I am just tapping that in and feathering it into the Dusty Rose color to kind of blend them together. Now I'm taking the Ace Beaute, not really sure how to say it, Scarlet Dusk palette, and I am taking the color Maui, and I'm just putting that in the inner corner of my lid and blending the color Maui with the rose pink color, kind of just making them blend together to go into like a gradient. Now I'm taking the NYX Jumbo Pencil in the color Milk, and I'm using a e.l.f. eyeliner brush, and I'm just kind of brightening up that little tail of the cut crease, and I am blending Maui back over that, just so that way it's a little bit more brighter and it blends with the rose pink even better. Now going back in with that Soft Glam palette and dipping into the color Mulberry, I'm just deepening up the outer crease. And now I'm taking a BH Cosmetics pencil brush and just going over the cut crease with the Dusty Rose color just to blend everything together a little better. Now just clean up around the eye using a makeup remover. throw on a quick black wing and make some final touches to the eye look. And we will come back to all of this in just a few. Now to start the face, I am taking the Farsali Liquid Glass Skin Drops, and I am just taking ABH Cosmetics brush and working this into the skin until I feel like it's in there enough. Next, I take the Tarte Base Tape Moisturizing Primer, and I just take this all over my face, and it just absorbs in, and it smells really good. It smells like coconuts, and it's just very hydrating. Next, I am doing my foundation, and just take my earrings off real quick. But what I do is I mix two foundations. I mix the dewy Photofocus and the regular Photofocus from Wet n Wild. I mix the shades Shell Ivory and Soft Beige, and I just apply those colors with a Luxie foundation brush, a Luxie 510 foundation brush, and I just buff that out with a Real Technique sponge and just keep doing that until it's all blended out. So next I'm doing my concealer, and I use the Tarte Shape Tape. I use the color Fair Neutral, and I actually like the travel size applicator a lot better than the regular doe foot. Like, I know a lot of people like the big one, but I like this little one because it's just more precise. It helps, get that straight line in the middle of your nose and straight line down the side. And it's just a lot smaller and it's easier to handle. So that's just something I like, the travel size applicator. So I just blend out my under eye and my nose with a Real Technique sponge until the concealer is blended out and very bright and seamless. And now I'm taking the Coty Airspun translucent powder and setting underneath my eyes with a Real Techniques contour brush. And now I am just taking that same Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, making a little mustache and a little chin dot, and blending that out with the same sponge. Once you have that blended out, just take any powder brush. I am using the BH Cosmetics powder brush, and I am taking the Coty Airspun powder and just setting the rest of my face with that. Now I am going to just add some bronzer. I don't really contour my cheeks. I use the Real Techniques buffing brush and the Benefit HOOLA bronzer, and I just go over my cheekbones, my chin, my forehead, and I do my nose with a smaller brush, and I just give my face a little color because I am pretty pale, so I just need that extra color so I don't look like a corpse. And now I'm just going over everything with a large Moda powder brush that I just use for bronzer, kind of just to make sure that it's all blended into my cheeks. Now I'm taking a Merle Herman eyeshader brush, number 59944, and I'm just taking that same bronzer and I'm just going around my nose, kind of making it a little bit smaller, not as wide at the tip, just blending everything together. Now I am taking a Real Techniques sponge and dipping into the Coty Airspun translucent powder and just running this across my nose, on the sides and down the middle, just to kind of clean up that bronzer that I did, kind of make the line not as harsh, and just, making sure everything is good, and just letting that sit on my nose for a little while. And then I am running that underneath my cheekbone just to make sure that the bronzer is nice and clean and flawless. And I don't leave it on there very long. I wipe it off pretty much right after I put it on, just because I don't want, that to be too white or bright. I just want it to clean up a little bit just to kind of tie everything together. And then right after, I take the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Mist and I just spray my face with that just to take away, that powdery look. That way I'm not, again, too white. And I just kind of press that in with my sponge. Now taking the Ciate London Marble Light blush in the color Dusk and putting that on the apples of my cheeks and running that up. And I am sorry I was eating a granola bar while filming this. So I'm just taking that all over where the sun would hit, so on my nose, on my chin. And now I'm just taking the Ciate London Moondust highlight, putting that all over my cheekbones, just where the natural light would hit. Now taking this pencil brush from Sonia Kashuk and dipping into that same highlighter, I'm going down the bridge of my nose. I use a pencil brush just because it's a little bit more precise. You get that straight line. And then going into the inner corner with that same highlight and that same Sonia Kashuk brush. And just blending all of that together. Now using the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the color Milk and running that through the waterline with a e.l.f. eyeliner brush and just making that as white as I possibly can. Now taking a pencil brush from BH Cosmetics and going back into the Anastasia palette and just going into that dusty rose and smoking out the bottom lash line with that color. So I've already curled my lashes and I'm going in with the Petite and Pretty volumizing mascara, feathered volumizing mascara, and it's a pretty nice mascara. I like it a lot. I would recommend it. Now taking the BaddieB Lash in the style Fuckboy and just placing that on my eyelash, getting it, correct and making sure that it sticks. I also use the Duo Lash Glue. It's the one that you can brush on in the color dark. So for the lip, I just took a NYX lip liner and covered my entire lips with it. The color is called Canis or Canis. And then I took this Dose of Colors liquid lip in the color Flirty, kind of put that in the middle of my lip and blot it together just to kind of blend the two colors together. So I was sitting here looking at myself, trying to figure out, what I think is missing from the look. Just playing with my hair, trying to see how I like it. And I decided that it was lip gloss that was missing. So I took this Steve Laurent lip gloss in the color Champagne and I just ran that over my lips, and it's exactly what I thought was missing. Just needed something glossy to tie the entire look together. So this is the end of the look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this tutorial I did on this very soft pinky glam, and thank you for watching.